Wonderful.
Good morning. I guess it's afternoon now, huh? Wow. I remember when I used to stream in the mornings. Hey fellas, hello everyone. It's me, Maxi, hello! I am your navigator. Welcome. We'll be here on this loading screen for like 2 more seconds. Hi Dale, hi Chippy, hi DB, hi Dallas. Kate! When will the 11 a.m. format return, asks Dale. I don't know. 1 p.m. works a little bit better for me. But we'll see. The world is filled with endless possibilities. Who knows what's in store? Not me.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And with that, we're done. Let's dive right in at the count of 3, 2, 1, and... boop. Hello, I am back. Hello, everyone. Your navigator is here. Play the music. There we go. That's right. I'm back in three entire dimensions. You know, most people streaming in this format can really only do 2 dimensions, but I like to go one step beyond. Hello, everyone. GP says the world is an oyster and it could be yours if you want. GP. I missed y'all. 3D Maxi today. 3D Maxi is back. I was 2D for too long. And I know what you're thinking. Maxi, I follow you on Blue Sky at mkirin.itch.io. Isn't it gonna be 90 degrees today where you live? Yes, but we're gonna suffer anyway. We're gonna suffer anyway. Hello, everyone. First and foremost, wow, it's been forever since we last did one of these, huh? Don't mind me as I get used to things. Oh, here's the GIF that I found yesterday. There you go. This is what's going on over here, in case you're wondering how the world is. Apparently, this is the very end. I know that I keep saying this. Like when they will definitely defeat Jason Voorhees, but definitely this time it's for sure. This is the last heat wave. The last hot day of the year is here. Hi, Sun Gazer. Welcome in. If this is your first time, please check the rules in the description. Or perish. So here's the schedule for the week, by the way. Today, I'm going to be outlining my latest little novel I'll be writing for Yes Novel November on Saturday. It's a very old-timey cartoon Simpsons. Don't get me started, okay? Don't get me started. I've been pretty Simpsons pilled lately. Oh my god, you guys missed like 3,000 timelines. Okay. Let me talk about the schedule, and then someone tell me to talk about The Simpsons in a second, okay? So, here's the plan for this week, by the way. On Saturday, the 1st of November, I will be doing day 1 of Yes Novel November. The newly invented monthly challenge where you write a novel or some sort of creative thing in the month of November. No one's ever done this before, okay? No one has ever done this before. No one's ever thought of doing anything in November, okay? All other November challenges are about not doing something, okay? No shave November, no nut November. Those are challenges about not doing a thing. I, for one, say you should do a thing. You should do Yes Novel November. Available to anyone who wants to do a thing. There you go. That's your clip. All right. We're not writing. There you go. And on Sunday, on Nomia's stream, at 4 p.m. my time, essentially when this stream ends normally, I'm gonna be on Nomia's stream with Kitty and Chippy, and we're gonna be talking about our projects. Though you're gonna get to learn about mine today. So I said, do I have anything else in my downloads folder I have to show you? I mean, the thumbnail for today is pretty cute, by the way. Maxi, is that a redraw of that Dexter's Laboratory meme, where Dexter is looking at his poster of Einstein saying, "I have failed you," but you just then made it about saying that something rules? Yeah. Kate says in chat, Maxi, you have ruined me with Vampire Survivors. You're welcome. Now Stinky Garlic Man has invaded you now. He lives in your brain now. Oh my god, Kate says, I want to make Demon Tower OCs in Vampire Survivors. I love that. Oh my god, you're a Poe main? Hell yeah. My main is the girl with 2 guns. I like her. What else? By the way, I think I can just do coffee. I have been sharing behind the scenes posts on my Ko-fi, talking about my ongoing projects. And also, it will be the place where you will get all of my stuffs when they come out, including this book. If you're interested in supporting me, please consider doing so. I have been sharing so many updates. Where's all the art that I've made? Oh, here's like the first 4 arts about Sadamon. I guess it's Nuggies, actually. Nuggies it is. I've been making a bunch of illustrations and a bunch of exploring the game design of Sadamon. There it is. This is the latest one. Oh, this came out so cute. I will say though, I'm gonna let you behind the scenes, by the way. So, I needed to draw 3 Sadamon for this, and I just kind of drew some guys on a whim. And legitimately, I drew a cat because I was just drawing a single shape. I was just drawing the bean, as we all know the most powerful of all shapes, the bean. And I'm like a cat, and I'm like a bunny with a knife, and then I drew like a turkey skull thing. Hours later, when I shared this to my friends, they were like, "Wow, that's just you, Kitty, and Plaguesworth." And then I'm like, holy crap, it's true. That's us. I drew me and my friends without realizing it. I believe they call that the subconscious. If you're interested, by the way, in supporting me on Ko-fi, you will also get to learn about my canceled survival horror RPG, by the way. Did you know that I was gonna make one for Halloween and then I had to cancel because of things? I even made some art for it. It was gonna be very spooky. If you want to learn about the mechanics and how it was gonna work, check out my Ko-fi. Is there anything in my downloads I have to show you? I don't think so. Maxi, why are we doing? The art was so good. Kate, thank you. That means so much coming from you. Like, straight up. So why are we doing Yes Novel November? We're doing Yes Novel November because we joked on Nomia's stream about how nice it would be to write novels in November, and how much it sucks because NaNoWriMo went down the shitter. For anybody who doesn't know, National Novel Writing Month was a monthly event where people would write a novel in November. And the people running it ran it to the goddamn ground. How hard is it to say that you're anti-AI? How hard is it to say you're anti-AI? Apparently, when you're a corpo, the challenge is impossible. So we're like, you know what? We have a community. We have people in the Discord. Why don't we just make our own challenge? And literally this Monday, I was like, all right, here you go. I made a logo, I made a little guy, I made a banner, and that's it. We're going, we're rolling, we're at it. I should actually share the assets, so if anybody wants to make posts, they can. I should do that. So that's fun. I'm gonna tell you about my project in a minute. But first, a little bit of a I've always wondered why they pick November, says DB. I don't know. I almost feel like it might have just been on a whim, honestly. Hi, Michael. Hi, Orange. Hi, Prism. Hello, hello. Wait, no, wait, hold up. It's this one. Is this one? Nope. There we go. One day I'll learn how to control my model. Anyways, hello, everyone. Hi, friendos. Yo, hi, Alice. Hello, hello. Hi, friendos. Kate says, I'm so fucking excited for our projects, Maxi. I am too. I read the outline for Kate's book, Demon Tower. Codename Demon Tower. It's so fucking good. It's so good. I'm not gonna spoil a damn thing, but let me tell you, banger. Absolute banger. Absolute banger. Oh my god. I even want to make some art of the characters. It was just a wonderful outline, very well planned, A++, no notes. Except for that one note, but you immediately talked about it like afterwards, so. Trans people are allowed to be bad, okay? The thing is, okay? I've come to the point in my life where, like, if I'm writing a story, I'm gonna make the protagonist trans and queer. I'm gonna make the antagonists trans and queer. Cause what else am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to write a straight person into the story so that we have a bad person we don't have to feel bad about? Absolutely not. I would rather write more trans queer people. I finished reading Prism's comment. The token straight person. There's always one, but not for long. Anyways, so let me see if I have anything else in my down. You can see my thought process and evolution of my thoughts through my downloads folder. Is there anything I need to show you here? The reason why I decided on writing a fantasy comedy book. Oh, by the way, let me know if the music is loud. By the way. I have been doing a lot of thrifting with Kitty and Plaguesworth. Kitty, of course, my beautiful, amazing, sexy wife, and Plaguesworth, my brother, who's also a skeleton. Don't think about it. And while we were shopping at this one random secondhand store, I was reminded. I found like an old, someone had clearly donated at the secondhand place all of their old fantasy novels. And there were a bunch of like Ace, King fantasy novels. And it wasn't stuff by Craig Shaw Gardner, but it reminded me of the books by Craig Shaw Gardner, which I read in high school. I don't have the cover here for A Difficulty with Dwarves, but shoutouts to A Difficulty with Dwarves. So I was thinking like, man, I should write something stupid like this. So I'm gonna write something stupid like this. Hi, Lorenzo. Oh, hell yeah, thank you. Kate read the description of FREEMAGE to Winnie, and Winnie liked it. Hell yeah. One of the reasons why I particularly enjoyed Craig Shaw Gardner's work is because he particularly wrote fantasy back when fantasy was mostly inspired by fairy tales and not Dungeons and Dragons. Because, like, most fantasy nowadays is unfortunately all 99% Dungeons and Dragons inspired. And this was a lot more like fairy tale inspired, which I very much enjoy. This feels very cozy to me. I will say, though, this wolf having a red hat has not aged very well. Do it again. Do it again, Celtics. I don't know. Probably some sort of sports ball related joke. Should I read this book, Maxi? They are very stupid. They are very dumb. I would recommend the first one in the series. I believe it's called... Oh my god. I'm gonna give you the sell of these book series, okay? Because Nexus of Enchantments is book 5, I think. Dallas is Shrek, the last great fairy tale fantasy series. So true! So true! So true. Alright. oh my god, what the Ebenism trilogy? Oh my god, let me go find the actual title of the first Ebenism trilogy. The first Ebenism book. Am I gonna open Goodreads? A Melody of Magics. There it is. Am I safe to open Goodreads? The first book is A Melody of Magics. The setup is that you're following Wunter, an apprentice wizard, while his master, the titular Ebenism, it develops an allergy to magic. Shenanigans ensue. That's the setup for the first trilogy, and it's really funny reading like the thought process, like how they make magic work before it was just, you know, Dungeons and Dragons, you know, essentially. There's a lot of like silliness of like, you know, magic has to work this specific way, which I very much enjoyed. I read books, I believe it was 4, 5, and 6 when I was in high school. I very much enjoyed them. So that's part of the inspiration behind what I'm doing, what I'm gonna be writing. Is there anything else? If I go through my images in my downloads folder, aka my mindscape, my mind palace, I start stumbling upon my stuff for the Halloween project that I had to cancel because there wasn't enough time. I will tell you right now, I'll get back to it someday, but I was gonna stylize the entire cover and interior after this aesthetic. That's right, Lynn's Friday the 13th for the NES was gonna be the main, like, the sign aesthetic for this game. I was gonna have I wanted to have like fake screenshots in the rulebook, as though it was like the guide for a video game. Lynn or LJN? I guess it's an LJN, huh? Of course, Lorenzo would be the one checking me on this. How about Seaman? There you go. Is there anything else? I don't think so. I think we're good to start yapping. The temperature is rising. According to our sources, the street's the place to go, because tonight, for the first time in history, just about 10:30, we're gonna have a very sunny day. So we're looking at books today. Lorenzo, thank you for reminding me about what we're here for. Unfortunately, I have to talk about thrifting. So, the big thing that me, Kirin, and Blakesworth have been doing, it's raining onion nights. That's good. That's good. I'll just put the FREEMAGE cover on the screen so you can enjoy the cover that I made. I'm very extra. I wanted a piece of art, and I want a piece of art to, okay, well, I know what the tagline on the top is, I know what the art should look like, and now here we are with a cover for a book I haven't written yet. For those who would like the audio-visual experience, the tagline for FREEMAGE is, in fact, knights are rude, wizards are hoes, and there's nothing cheap about being a FREEMAGE. So, let's talk about The Simpsons for a hot minute. Kitty, Blakesworth, and I, we have been on a physical media kick. It all began with Blakesworth. Blakesworth bought a VCR. No, so sorry. Blakesworth bought a TV with a built-in VCR. For the youngins, that's a device for playing VHS tapes. For the very youngins, that was the way we watch movies before DVDs. And if you need further explanation, check the rules before I ban you. Dallas says my fantasy gender is probably paladin. Sorry, you would apologize for that. You would apologize. Yeah. What about the laser disc, Lorenzo? Get out of here. So we've been on a physical media. One of our neighbors recently, you know, they're cleaning out their house. I think they're gonna move or whatever, and they had a bunch of stuff free, and it was a bunch of physical movies. And the final straw was Kitty and I wanted to watch a thing, and the thing went from being available on streaming to no longer being available on streaming, and we were like, screw. Wait, hold up, angry expression. Screw this. So we decided we were gonna physically collect the media that we actually want to watch, so we never have to worry about it not being on streaming. So I began by collecting the 2 TV shows that I enjoy the most, my comfort TV shows, which you will find very inspirational to this project: Seinfeld and The Simpsons. Which brings me back to the original sidebar. Dallas referred to the GIF that I showed earlier as very, very old animation Simpsons. I in my search for physical media, I have stumbled upon people who believe that season 4 of The Simpsons is the best season, and both Plague and I adamantly disagree with that notion. Namely, because like seasons 5 through 9 are right there, and if you close the gap at 4, I'm just like, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you're doing. There's so much good stuff in there. You can't be like, yeah, the show went to shit after season 4. What are you doing? What are you talking about? Hi, Safifi. Hello. I'm back, baby. All right, so, yeah, we've been collecting physical media. It's been very nice. We have discovered nearly all of the places within like 50 miles that sell secondhand stuff. Dallas's 6 had the consensus 20 years ago. Oh yeah. Oh, the ever encroaching advance of time. Oh baby. Yo, so Fifi dyed their hair purple. Hell yeah. I like it. Very good. What does this button do again?
Dude, that's gay.
True. So true. Maxi, how did you forget what buttons do on your stream deck? There's a lot of buttons on this, okay? Like this one.
Previously on Yu-Gi-Oh!
Or this one.
This is why I don't respect streamers.
I have a lot of buttons on this thing. I have buttons that I never press, like this one. Not a single person has yet been able to point out where that sound is from, and that makes me very happy. Lorenzo, I'm gonna be 1000% honest with you. When I started reading your comment, I did not know where we're gonna end up there. Hilarious. Lorenzo says in chat, I started going to the gym and I made my own nunchucks. That's called a non sequitur. Kitty's here! Hi, Kitty! Hello, love. How you doing? Everyone shut up. My wife is here. Ooh, there we go. Yes. Kitty finally made a post about their project they're doing for Yes November. Yes Novel November. Yes November. Saying Yes November makes it seem as though it's an answer to a question nobody asked. The question being, should we outlaw November? Or should November be next? Guys, I missed streaming. You have no idea how many stupid bits you have missed. Alas, we're back. We're so back. November, like December holiday Deltarune. There you go. I do feel a little bad because summer came and went, and I didn't play any summer video games. Namely, the most summer video game, Final Fantasy X.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But it's fine. I was recently playing. My lovely, incredible wifey, who's an incredible deal hunter, got me a copy of the Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster Collection for the Switch. Very, very well priced. And I was, you know what? I've never played Final Fantasy 2. I've played Final Fantasy 1 like 10 times. I've beaten it 10 times. I'm like, let's play 2 for the first time ever. The retro filter in the Pixel Collection, I was like, oh, like, oh, seeing the pixels raw on the HD TV just looks wrong. What is this classic filter thing? Let me turn it on. Delightful. It was incredible. Oh, it looks so bad. The thing you need to remember about pixel games is that they have to look bad, okay? You gotta put in the CRT filter so it looks like ass. Oh, Prusa makes a good point. Yeah. My summer video game of choice is Splatoon. I see that. The reason why I brought up Final Fantasy is because Final Fantasy 2 feels like a winter game to me. And it might be in part because of the snowy area that you go, you know, at the beginning. It's interesting. 2 is interesting, you know? I very much enjoy the idea of not having a job. Okay, Maxi, yeah, but what about the game? There's a lot of snow where you are. There was a lot of snow in the area that I was in. Anyways, speaking of jobs, one of the key inspiration. I mean, I should tell you the setup for FREEMAGE, huh? Let me also first show you. I made a little bit of preliminary art of Mugen, the main character. Here you go. If you would like some, you know, if you want to see what kind of little goof they are, there you go. That's Mugen right there. That's the pro tag. They're a little silly, they're a little goofy. Maxi, is their hair short or long? Don't ask me these things. Mugen is my favorite fighting game engine. Yeah, you have never mentioned it, but looking at Lorenzo, I'm like, yeah, it would be. They got a mullet. Kitty and I were talking on our date about whether Mugen should have like a wolf cut. And I'm like, maybe a wolf cut would be good. They have secret hair extensions. What if your hair length is also based on your job? Anybody else think about that? Alright, so what's the setup for FREEMAGE? By the way, FREEMAGE is in fact a pun / corruption on the term freelancer. In the Final Fantasy games, freelancer is the default job, the jobless job, the job where you have no job, and you are a jack of all trades, a master of jack shit. Which is a line, by the way, that I'm gonna be introducing in the book, because it's just so good. So what's the setup for Mugen? In the world of, what if I just read what I wrote before, huh? I guess it's actually a pretty good thought. Let me go grab. By the way, if you would like to join Yes Novel November, check out the Discord. All right. Here is what I wrote before. What if your fantasy job was your gender? Knights are rude and pompous. Everyone calls them sir and man, regardless of what they truly possess beneath their plate mail. Thieves are backstabbing jerks. Wizards are hoes. Everybody knows this. Everyone abides by these rules, except for one. Mugen despises the very notion that your job should decide how you dress, behave, and how others see you. They have hated this since they were little, and now that they're a graduated hero, they're putting their foot down. Everyone else picked the job, but not Mugen. They're still a free mage, the default job, a true jack of all trades and master of jack shit, and they're going to save the day whether people like it or not. Also, hi Ronnie! Hi Jada! Hello friendos, welcome in, so nice to see you both. This book excites me to write because it's a combination of two of my favorite things. Turning fantasy on its head, and also writing queer, gay as hell, gender disaster stories. The main inspiration, of course, are the job systems in video games like Final Fantasy, namely, I guess you could say Final Fantasy 3, 5, 12, Tactics Advance. I guess you could say in one aspect, you could say the paradigm shift of Final Fantasy 13, Final Fantasy 10 too. I could keep naming them. And also, of course, Ogre Battle. there's gonna be a couple of ogre battle, man of lordly caliber. I think it's gonna be man of lordly caliber jokes in this book. Yeah, I see. I knew Chippy would shake my hand. It's okay, Jada. No worries. And of course, so the inspirations are, of course, the job systems that exist in games like these, and of course, the comedy fantasy novels that I enjoyed growing up. And now I'm still growing up. Like, of course, Craig Shaw Gardner, as I mentioned earlier, and of course, everyone's favorite, Terry Pratchett. I know what you're thinking, Maxi. You're gonna write a fantasy comedy? How do you know you're funny, Maxi? Make me laugh, Maxi. Make a joke, Maxi. Make a joke, Maxi. I think that if Terry Pratchett is allowed to write The Color of Magic and have sound of underground fairy creatures be a joke that he has to explain for the next 30 years, I can have 1 or 2 bad jokes in this book, I think. The joke is economics, by the way. Sound of underground. Okay, all right. Okay, I'm not gonna explain it. Okay. Duke Lark says there are only squires and chemists. There you go. Thank you for the. I very much appreciate the Tactics reference. I should play Tactics. I never got too far into Tactics because I played it in Mexico. Back when I didn't speak English. Turns out you need a basic reading comprehension to understand Final Fantasy Tactics. So yeah, the main draw of this game, of this book, I will be using the word game and book interchangeably because my other games are also books. Make that make sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Dallas is basic. Was Ham Ham Heartbreak available in Spanish? I don't think so. There weren't a lot of games available in Spanish. There was an official translation of Pokemon, but I didn't play it because I already played regular Pokemon. And it turns out, one thing that I've learned from watching my nephew play Pokemon Scarlet Violet is that you don't need to read to beat Pokemon. Truth is, you can put the most ridiculous things blocking the way. Children will just brute force it. Yo, collecting the Chocobos now, that's nice. So the one thing that so what is the basic setup of this story, Maxi? You know, there's heroes in this fantasy world, a little bit more inspired by fairy tales, a little bit less, Dungans and Daigans. Although I will say, I guess it is way more inspired by just JRPGs in general. There's gonna be some JRPG jokes. The first episode I'm envisioning having a little bit of a Dragon Quest kind of vibe to it. We'll get there when we get there. And I mentioned episodes, sidebar, okay? We'll get to the sidebar later. But the basic idea is that these heroes have job stones, and when they inhabit these job stones, their outfits change, and they are able to partake on superhuman abilities that allow them to save the world. DB asks, wait, so are the villains' characters gonna also be have chosen jobs? I'm not sure. At this point, I'm either open to the idea that everyone has a job stone, or that, only the heroes have job stones. I'm not sure. Also, Maxi, I've played Final Fantasy XIV. Don't you mean, what's up with the job stones? You're just taking that? Final Fantasy XIV didn't invent the idea of stones being fancy, okay? Listen. Well, Final Fantasy XIV didn't invent the idea of pretty little gem, okay? I mean, that's a whole vibe right there. I mean, the good thing about writing a damn book, by the way, is that you can always change stuff later. We're not gonna worry too much about that. Kitty says Raven's Gem is right there. That was Final Fantasy 3. I mean, it depends how far you want to go. Because, Final Fantasy 1 had orbs. And aren't those just pretty stone? Pretty Gem was invented by Ronk. Ronk sounds like the name of a character I would make for a TTRPG campaign. Other things that I'm doing in the background for fun, by the way, I'm gonna be running a Daggerheart campaign with my friends. And Ronk is 100% an NPC that I would make up. 1,000,000%. Maxi, what kind of game master are you, Maxi? One time I convinced Plague to have his character wear clown makeup. It was good. It was a good time. It was a good time. And that's when I rewarded Plague with the ability to become a mimic. And the first thing he did was become a mimic of a cream pie, of a whipped cream pie. No, that's still bad. That's still bad. A whipped cream based confection. Okay. It's not my fault that word is cursed. Okay. I assure you, in that situation, Plague became the mimic of a pie that happened to have whipped cream on top. This is not even the part. The funny bit is that I tell Plague, hey, you can become a mimic of whatever you want. And Plague is like, oh, hell yeah, I'm gonna become a like pie mimic. Yeah, he could have become a mimic, he could have become an NPC. He could have put on, you know, like the outfit of a chair. He could have Dark Souls it up and become like a wardrobe, but instead he's like, I'm a pie now. And then he had to do the upcoming challenge as a pie. Some words are just cursed, man. Some words are just gone forever. We're not allowed to say these words anymore in public. Mimicking a chair is kinda freaky. Yeah, and then Plague also, he mimicked a guard's lunch later. Yeah, he did kind of mimic a guard's lunch. I don't want to talk about that plan. I keep coming back to that plan, and I don't know what you guys were thinking. Cause it was Kitty and Plaguesworth in a TTRPG campaign that I ran several years back. And Plague is like, I'm gonna distract the guard by becoming a mimic of his lunch. And I'm like, okay. And he's like, it's the lunch that his wife made him. And I'm like, okay. And it's like, yeah, it's the lunch that his wife made him, but which he didn't eat. And I'm like, how do you know he didn't eat it? And they're like, no, it's fine. I'm just gonna do it. And then I'm like, okay, it's fine. Roll for it. And then afterwards, they kill the guard. And then they write a note on his body that says, I'm sorry, I died. And then that's it. They just leave the note in his body and just walk away. I don't know what the plan was. I really don't know what the plan was. Mysterio. I'm not reading that Mysterioso. And I'm pretty sure, by the way, there's been a bug on YouTube where a bunch of VODs don't have the chat replay. I can't help it, so I'm gonna if you're watching the VOD, just imagine something very nasty that Mysterioso said. Very nasty. That sounds perfectly logical to me. DB outing themselves as a player, not a GM. I can see it. Yeah, I'm just gonna, yeah. So the man died, and he thought, you know what? I gotta make sure my manager knows that I wasn't slacking. Okay, I gotta let my boss know. Hey, boss, sorry I died. Okay. Anyways, what are we here to do, Maxi? I am going to. Player brain is real. It's true. Let me go find obsidian. There you go. There's obsidian. Maxi, do we need the cover of the book to take so much space? Is it wrong that I want to just look at Mugen's face? Am I not allowed to look at Mugen's face? Cade says in chat, man, I want to work on Demon Tower so bad, but I don't know what I can do that isn't just fucking writing. Hey, Cade. Hold up. Cade, meet me on the other corner of the screen, okay? Meet me on the other corner of the screen. Hey, Cade. Hey, Cade. Between you and me, you can just start writing, brother. It's okay. The challenge is just to have fun, okay? You can just start writing. You can legitimately just start writing, okay? Like, you know, the formal challenge begins on November 1st, but if you're excited right now to write, why wouldn't you just capitalize on that energy, okay? You can just start writing, brother. Have fun. Anyways, yeah, so, one of the main things that is, one of the key aspects of this book that I want to, clarify right now. And one of the things that I've been telling a lot of people is that when you're partaking on a challenge like Yes Novel November, it's good that you give yourself a tangible goal so you know what the hell you're gonna do. I have been here before. I've been at the point where I'm like, I'm gonna write a novel, and then I don't know how long that novel is gonna be. So months later, thousands of pages later, I'm like, God, I sure hope someone had just told me to think about the goal first. So, here is what's happening with FREEMAGE / Mugen. Because this book is inspired by funny shenanigans, I figured that I would structure the book like you would structure episodes of a sitcom. I have a little episode structure right here, and I kind of outlined for the first episode. So my plan, I think, I don't know how long this book is going to be. I would like it to be like 200 to 250 pages. I want it to be short. I really enjoyed the Craig Shaw Gardner books because they're actually kind of short, and you read them and you blast through them. A picaresque, if you will. Ooh, the original Rogue, I see. Damn, Dallas got all the literary references. Yo, that's also a good vibe too, DB. You know, like, jump on it, you know? I have an outline, says DB. I just need to sit down and write the dreaded thing. It's been in my head for over a year now. Hell yeah. Oh, I don't know if Kitty read your post, but yeah, DB's writing something a little scum villain related, which I found rather amusing. Oh, Ronnie says, Maxi, have you read Dungeon Crawler Carl? Ronnie says, I don't know if you would love it or hate it with a passion. Immediately, my gut feeling went, I fucking hate this. I don't know what this is. Oh, this looks like, yeah, no, I have seen this because he has AI ass looking art. I don't think it's AI, but it looks AI ass. No, I think I would hate this. I think I would, yeah, it's lit RPG. That makes a lot more sense. I think I would hate this. I might read it because I consume anything and everything, but it looks like something I would fucking hate. Like if you it looks like AI painters molding. Listen now. No, there's a specific AI look, Lawrence. Okay, listen now. OMG, scum villain throwback to 3 years ago. So the book is formatted. Maxi, don't eat the poison. You're right. Dallas is right. Oh, there's another cover. Oh, wait, hold up. The other cover is nice. I will give you that other cover is nice. That other cover is nice. You know what? Just for reference. Just for reference to do my due diligence, by the way. This other cover is nice. Also, Chippy is 1000% correct. Chippy is right. To be fair, says Chippy, looks like AI art happens to look like AI because that's what the art AI is ripping from. True that. This looks a lot better though. This looks a lot better. I very much like this. Chippy always based, by the way. Ah, crap. I just remembered something. So who's adding me? Someone added me in our chat? Oh, we'll get there. So I haven't streamed in like several weeks, which means I'm missing a bunch of quotes that I meant to add. So how would I check what the latest quote is? What if... Let me just check my bookmarks real quick. Let me just go... Yeah, because I have like a bunch of quotes that I need to like to send. What is the command? I feel like I have it bookmarked. I have like the document with all the quotes bookmarked, so I would know which is the latest one. How would I search my bookmarks? Bookmarks? Perhaps search bookmarks, Maxi? Nightbot stream quotes. Thank you, Maxi, for doing this in the past. Ronnie got it? Was it quote list? The last one, by the way. The last quote is quote 1139 by Chippy. Every day you make your second favorite person Captain Astronaut. Every day you make your second favorite person Captain Astronaut berate you. Yeah, I'm sure, you know, the context is not important. That's the thing you have to remember about the quotes, is that the context is not important. So there's literally like, what? Like, did we add the quote, my love language is hating my wife? Okay, we have that. That's good. So I think we start with this quote. These are all Plaguesworth quotes, by the way, from us hanging out. Animal Crossing nude mod is them just running around with no shirt. A real thing Plaguesworth said. That is nowhere near as funny as the next thing he said that the next day. Plague said, I want to be like John Wayne Gacy, except instead of killing people, I just make really good chicken. I realized he has a typo, so never mind that. Let me just edit the... It's a delete quote. Oh my god. Welcome back to I don't know what I'm doing. It is Gacy, yeah. It's a delete quote. I thought it was Del quote. Oh, no, it is just Del quote. It's definitely Del quote. I did Del quote one. Invalid entry index. You know what it is? I already did it. Oh, I already did it. The thing you have to remember about me is that I'm stupid. Kendra reminded me that it's Gacy, Gacy. It's funny because Kendra's from Illinois, so Kendra's like, I have to explain to you. I do also have a Kendra quote. Yeah, Kendra's from Illinois. Kendra lives in New York, but is from Illinois. Also, incredible Kendra quote, by the way. Lesbian? I thought you were Genovian. Also, a quote from literally last weekend. Excuse my fuck, I'm French. Great quote. Another quote perhaps led to me writing this book. I feel like you could just drop Kendra in the show Friends and everything would make sense. Hi Hans, how you doing? Wait, I didn't even press this button today.
Welcome back.
And the last quote from this last weekend is Blakesworth saying, and I quote, "You're saying he's got a Darth Boosie?" And before Kate says anything, Maxi, are you not gonna add the quote about the foreskin? No. That one is for group chat only. That quote is group chat only. I am not subjecting anyone else. Maxi's rewriting history, chat cancel them. No foreskins in chat. No. If there's one thing. You have to remember that Dale is actually a car wizard. So, like, you know, as a car wizard, you're allowed to just quiz people on cars wherever you go. That's a pretty good one. Quote 266, local VTuber has never tried to make a the baby. That's pretty good. Make a the baby. One day we'll figure out how that works. But anyways, where do I put chat? I kind of want more space. Let me just. How far do you go? You kind of go like about that away, huh? Okay. I'll make it work. Actually, that's much better. Quote 738. Let's throw her into the fondue pit. Quote 529. I'm fucking bold, mate. I had to say it in the accent because it's required by law. I'm supposed to do it. All right, so as I was mentioning, back to focus, okay? Lock in, fellas, lock in. FREEMAGE is going to be written in the format of a comedy sitcom. That means that there's going to be a number of episodes, and these episodes will make up a season. This book will be a season. We can call it a pilot season. If people want more, I will write more of Mugen being gay, okay? Lorenzo's trying to sell me on Freelancer. No, it's FREEMAGE. There's an in-world reason why FREEMAGE makes more sense. There's an in-world reason why FREEMAGE makes more sense. Nonetheless, and I again, like, I like twisting it on its head. Hell yeah! Kate says calculating the range of my word count goal, and the top range is 69. So now Maxi, didn't you release a tabletop role-playing game called Roll for Novel that came with your award-winning, New York Times best-selling guide to how to plan a novel? Why? That's correct, and it's available on itch.io. Thank you for asking. In that guide, I recommend people to come in with a word count goal, and then break that word count into chapters, so you have an idea of how many chapters your goddamn book is gonna be. The thing is that I don't have, I have like a pseudo word count goal, but I don't know how long each episode is going to be. I know myself very well, which is to say I wrote Memory Leak where I thought episodes were gonna be one specific length. And turns out it went much longer than I thought. Lorenzo asks, how does this stream format work? I'm gonna work. You can work along with me. You can also give ideas when I start brainstorming stuff, but don't feel like you have to do anything. Just chill. Who else is going to play a role besides Mugen? There's a couple other characters, namely the other heroes that Mugen works with. They don't have names because I'm not gonna name nobody. We can wait on names, okay? Kendra. All right. I'm not spacing. I'm not worrying about it. The characters that you know what? FREEMAGE. The cast. damn Kendra strats. To me, it's fitting. Normally, I stress out a lot about like, oh, everybody's gotta have a name. I've written books before. The names are gonna come to me. Okay, I'm not particularly. The names are gonna do what, Maxi? Hey Maxi, where's the laughter? You forgot the laugh track. It wasn't a funny joke. See, that's the thing right there. Anyways, so we have Mugen, who is the FREEMAGE. Mugen inhabits any and all jobs, but does not master any. The key Seinfeld traits are that Mugen makes every job, every mission hard, because they just have to question everything about the world and how it works. The first episode will feature Mugen's first foil, the Night Mage. I thought it would be funny because I was doing some brainstorming of the setting in my head, right? And I'm like, how do the jobs work? Okay, there's a magical stone. You touch it, you inhabit it, you let it into your heart, whatever. This doesn't feel like a mechanical purpose. This feels like a magical purpose. And I didn't want to be like, okay, you equip heavy armor and pick up a sword. Now you're a squire. You pick up a shield and a horse. Now you're a paladin. I didn't want it to be like that. I wanted it to be magic based. So I like the idea of like, you know, they're all essentially, you know, job plus mage, right? It's all magic-y based. So you have, you know, Night Mage, Gun Mage, Berserk Mage, etc., etc., etc. Just call them Knight for sure, for short. Knight is literally the most mystic knight, like in Dragon's Dogma, and my favorite, Mage. Well, it's Wizard Mage, but you know, you get it. The most stereotypical knight. The whole idea about, I want to introduce Knight right away because Knight is the complete opposite of Mugen. Mugen is like, I'm not picking any job. I'm gonna prove everyone that you don't have to pick anything. You can just be whatever you want, whenever you want, and it's perfectly fine. You can change job if you feel like it, right? Maxi, is this book just like perhaps a commentary on gender and people's perceptions of sexuality and gender? Yes, thank you. You're very smart. Cheese Mage. Mage Square, there you go. So, you know, Mugen, I don't want to say Mugen drags their feet, but they kind of drag their feet. So what's the most foil to this? It's someone who just perfectly fits into the box they were given. As a knight, the Night Mage is pompous. They have a mightier than thou attitude. They carry themselves like a total piece of crap. And most importantly, they see themselves as the arbiter of order. So they have a very specific, like, we have got to do the mission this way. The one thing that I'm doing with all the characters is that I'm gonna attempt to the best of my ability to show that even someone as Knight, peak Night Mage is Tim Curry, perhaps. Even someone like the Night Mage is not really like they don't really follow their own programming to the letter, which is part of what infuriates Mugen. I'm thinking of perhaps a bit in the first episode where the Night Mage cares more about getting the job done than getting it done right. So, let's say perhaps there's a situation in which, there's a dishonorable way to do something. As a knight, they would not want to do that. But the Night Mage just goes, yeah, well, we'll just tell people that we did it the right way. And since no one else will know what happened, it's fine. That's kind of a little bit of, showing the Night Mage, the Knight's different aspect. Hi, Gray. Welcome in. If this is your first time, please check the rules in the description. Or perish. There we go. And you know what? Let me give you one of these.
Welcome back.
Everyone hates paladins. Everyone does hate paladins. Like I wanna move some of the paladin hate onto knight hate, perhaps. I feel like if I can make the average person hate the knight, I feel like I'll do a good job. We used to not forge rules. Thank you for I fixed it, okay? Listen. Is your cursor a little slowpoke? It is a little slowpoke. It is in fact the little slowpoke cursor that I got on VGen. I forget who the creator was. Most stereotypical knight. I'm just calling them Seinfeld traits. Things that make you a piece of shit. Pompous. Thinks they are always in the right, even when they do the wrong thing. Let's not and say we did. The other character, I have a bunch of characters in my head for this. It's gonna be either gun or machine / machinist mage. This is the leader of the group. Graduated from their school, whatever, with the highest marks possible. Every single question answered correctly and satisfactory. Almost as though they had the answers to everything and had taken the test before. Don't worry about that. How many new pronouns can we make? Oh, it's gonna be fun. Because people will they're gonna change the pronoun they used to refer to Mugen based on what job Mugen is. So, at the beginning of the book, people are gonna refer to Mugen by he, him, because Mugen's gonna be a knight. And immediately Mugen's gonna be like, could you like use they, them? I prefer they, them, thank you. And we're gonna have the demon lord, the fiend lord, leader of 10,000 demons be like, oh shit, sorry about that, I had no idea. You know? Barbarian wear low armor and axes mostly, methinks. You're not wrong. Hold up, is this a reference to the starting classes in Dark Souls? Kate says me and Maxi shaking hands. Demon lords are cool, actually. I want to make this very clear right now, okay? I thought I would have... You have no idea, Cade. I wrote this outline for episode 1, okay? It's a big long one. We'll go through it, okay? About how the Fiend Lord is actually cool. Also, the Fiend Lord, yeah, the Fiend Lord kidnapped a trans princess. But now they're in love, and it's okay. And it's okay if they're in love. And I assure you, I wrote down all those words before I read Kate's outline. And it's not what happens in Kate's story, but if you squint your eyes a little bit, you can maybe be like, oh, there's a little bit of symmetry. There's a little bit of symmetry there. Or Hades. I'm planning there to be a joke about how, like, I don't know if it's gonna be Mugen or Knight, being like, isn't it a little messed up that this is how you two met? Are you sure this is like, you know, maybe don't you think perhaps there's an optics problem here? And we'll figure out how that gets resolved. Kate says next thing we're gonna find out there's a trans sex scene in the book, and everyone's wearing masks, and I'll have to call my lawyer. That won't be a problem. In my book, sex scenes, nobody's wearing masks. I don't think there will be sex scenes in this book. Perhaps the characters have sex, but nobody has fun having the sex. No one's having fun having sex. No sex, okay, I'm out. There's a joke in here. There's a joke in here. I'm not gonna make it. Funless sex. There you go. Like, there's gonna be sex in this book the way that there's sex in Seinfeld. Like, it happens off screen, and it's always the night after. So who's the gun machinist mage? The bestest, the leader of the bunch. You know them well. They're finally back to kick some shell. What class do you need to do, missionary? I guess, technically speaking, I guess it would be cleric or priest.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I like all the nerds in chat are like, it would be cleric perhaps. And if you're a World of Warcraft nerd, you said priest. I'm pointing at DB. DB's played World of Warcraft, I can tell. You know them to kick some shell. They graduated top of the class. Hence why they are the de facto leader. Everyone says they are their parent, which they hate tons. Just have two clerics and it turns gay again. Oh yeah. Guys, is it okay? Is it okay if we are two knights and we hold hands under the school bleachers? Is that a vintage Max quote? Oh no! Oh, that's a great quote. Okay. Unsarcastically, 100% honest, no cap. I was thinking about this specific quote this morning after I worked out this morning, and then I was thinking about this quote. Quote 156. Is a cow entitled to the milk of its teat? No, says the government. It belongs to the United States of America. Yeah. Mugen and Dumont would get along pretty well. I like that. Of other characters, the Berserk Mage, kind of like the barbarian archetype. I don't want to say barbarian because that implies other stuff that I don't really feel like addressing. Low armor, relies on anger, swings weapon, doesn't really think much through. What I find, what I enjoy about the Berserk Mage is that, they have this exterior of like, being very like jockey, machismo, and almost like brash and rash, but they're also like the most soft-spoken and like smartest member of the group, which Mugen points out and is infuriated by. Smart, well-spoken, which goes against the entire setup for a job that only does damage and swings axe, and everything else is a blur. He all cap pronouns. Oh, I like that. That's funny. So I'm getting that Mugen is autistic. That you think there is no chance Mugen is not autistic. There's gotta be a bit in there, okay? We need an Elaine who's always dating someone new. I have a few characters, that's in there. The other one, of course, it is the healer. I'm really looking forward to writing the healer mage, because the healer kind of like, I'm using it to like tackle a lot of like particularly MMO culture where like healers and supports are seen as kind of like, I don't have any other way of framing it, but they're seen kind of like in a submissive position. And like I love the idea that like, the healers expect to behave this way because that's how everyone expects healers to behave. And this particular healer like really leans into it. They enjoy it. But as soon as like they're done with work, they just like crack open a beer and light a cigarette, and they're like, ah, fucking idiots, don't even know. They think I'm say-so, but I'm not say-so at all. You know, like that's kind of like the vibe this character gives. I see healers as tired parents. That's also fair. Healer versus actual doctor vibes. Mysterioso says, all healers that I've played with scream a lot. That's perfectly fair. There's a little bit here to be said about how like the concept of the JRPG healer is very close to that of purity and the virgin maiden, etc, etc, etc. See you later, kitty. Love you, my baby. Have a good day. Bye-bye. The last one that I'm comfortable like dropping in here is probably the assassin mage. I feel like the comedy with assassin mage is that like I don't want to say Mugen has to bully someone. I feel like Mugen bullies assassin. The assassin feels like a failure, thinks they are not dark and brooding enough to be an assassin. So you have like Mugen constantly interrupting their monologues, and then assassin being like, no, you're supposed to let me do my monologues, you know, kind of like big loser energy. Big loser energy. I want you to think kinda like a Millhouse, honestly. You know what? This is it's big Millhouse energy, okay? That's what I'm thinking for the assassin. Yeah, so Fifi gets it. A wannabe edgelord? Like they wanna be an edgelord so bad. They wanna be an edgelord so bad, but it doesn't work. Hell yeah. Dude, I should read more Fabula Ultima. The game looks fun. It just looks like it's like a lot. Maxi, why don't you try Break instead, Maxi? Why don't you try Break instead? Break also looks like a lot. I feel like I have to find the right group for Break. What about your friends, Maxi? Are your friends not the right group? I don't know. I think my group of friends just wants shenanigans. I don't feel like they care that much for the OSR style of game, you know? Again, the campaign I'm gonna run is gonna be open for play to just come in and play a character every 2-3 sessions, which means I have to be open to someone who's like, I would like to polymorph myself into a cow. And now I have to address the fact that one of the players is a cow for the rest of the sessions. That's most groups, to be honest. Probably not wrong. Probably not wrong. The thing is that my friends and I, we're all clowns. So, you know. We're all different types of clowns. You know, like for like I know Nomiya's in the campaign. And Nomiya's gonna play an absolute like Nomiya's gonna play, I don't know how to say this other than like Nomiya's gonna play a slut clown, okay? Nomiya's class, slut clown. I just know that's what they're gonna play. And that's fine. That's fine, you know? I'll give them lots of NPCs to, you know, enjoy. Ronnie says, I'm not a clown, I'm a mime. That's that subclass. Clown subclass mime. There has to be a clown mage. That's actually kind of ridiculous. I'm just gonna write down clown mage. So a homestuck? Damn. You really did this. You really did destroy. Dallas really said, I'm gonna cast Ultima. I'm gonna cast Ultima and just see where the dominoes fall. See, I love the Venn diagram of like Lorenzo's knowledge. Lorenzo says, what do clowns do in RPGs again? First off, I am not exclusively gonna take jobs that appear in RPGs. I can just make up shit. That's the fun thing about writing a book. But that being said, Lorenzo is correct. There is, in fact, Final Fantasy Tactics has mimes, which essentially can just master any class. Boring. But Dragon Quest 3 had the clown class translated back in the day as the gadabout. As in, forgot about it. I said forgot about it. It's because, like, you know the name, but then you forgot about it. You.
This is why I don't respect streamers.
The gadabout. Originally, it was essentially like a little, like, bunny girl. They are completely random. They can buff everyone, buff the enemies. You don't even control them. It's kind of fun. I like them. Hey, I'm walking here. Yeah, there you go. I do like the idea. Prism says like a pure buff, debuff class, and their shtick is that they always basically get picked last. That's kind of funny. So you're saying more of a loser, huh? We could put some of that on the assassin, honestly. Lorenzo asked earlier regarding the gadabout. Female version of a clown is a bunny girl for some reason. You know what the reason is, Lorenzo. Oh, you know what the reason is. What reason do male designers ever have to put a woman in a bunny suit? That's right. All right. Maxi, will you explain where that's from? No. I do it because they're cute. That's not why they do it. Anyways, so Maxi, what's the episode structure, Maxi? Because it's already 2:12. This stream is running until 4 p.m., so an hour and 38 minutes. 48? 48 minutes. Are we gonna do dailies today? I don't know. Damn, Lorenzo. It's 5 a.m. where you live, Lorenzo? Go to bed / wake up / you're still in a dream, Snake Eater. So I did a bunch of research on like episode sitcom episode structure. I found like a lot of like writers talking about it, and like the one thing you gotta know is that none of this shit is set in stone. I'm just taking it as an inspiration. So, you know, let's just talk about like the episode format. Most sitcom episodes, and again, like I trust the people who have written hundreds of sitcom episodes. You eventually have to find, you know, a format. Lawrence says, I am Filipino and I just woke up. I actually kind of like that out of context. Lorenzo, welcome to being quoted. I really like I am Filipino and I just woke up out of context. So welcome back. Welcome, Lorenzo. Lorenzo 2025. That's good. The story circle. It okay. Maxi, what happened to you, Maxi? You used to disrespect the story circle, Maxi. You used to disrespect the hero's journey. What happened to you, huh? Well, first off, the captions broke. So let me go fix the captions. I still disrespect. I am still disrespecting the hero's journey, okay? And it's like don't talk to me about the hero's journey, okay? A lot of writers who wrote TV use the hero's journey for their format. Don't fucking talk to me about it, okay? It's stupid. It's especially stupid because all of them in all the video essays and articles that I research, they were like, yeah, I use it, but I ignore this, and this. And I'm like, then what? Then just make your own damn thing then instead. Well, you see how I did that? Damn. Then just make your own thing instead. Anyway, so I made my own thing instead. So, an episode format is broken into 4 parts. Part 1, I'm just calling it the hook. What does the hook do? The hook introduces who the protagonist is for this episode. It will always be Mugen, but I am going to be writing the story third-person omniscient so that I can perhaps have focus on a new character at the start of an episode. Perhaps, we'll see. I don't think I could do the book from just first-person personally, I don't think I could do it. I think that we need to be able to look at what other characters are doing without Mugen. We'll probably follow Mugen very closely, especially in episode 1, but it's not gonna be like that tight. So what happens in the first part? We introduce the setup. We introduce the problem slash what the character wants. Dallas says, person A does A, person B does B. Shenanigans ensue, nobody wins the sitcom. Perhaps. There's a little bit more to that, I think. Primarily, the things that I want to exemplify here is that, and again, one of the articles that I liked, and I very much like this, is that they had how long each section took in pages, aka minutes out of the episode. In script writing, for TV or movies, each page is 1 minute of screen time. Now I know you're thinking, Maxi, most sitcom episodes were not 21 minutes long. What are you talking about? They were like between 23 and 24. It's because things swell. It's best to shoot low, and that way you don't have to cut stuff. Hey, there's Chippy. Chippy's so base today. So Chippy is 100% correct. The thing about the hero's journey is that it was developed in order to analyze classical fiction, as in myths from all throughout the world. It was called The Man of Many Faces. And then some people were, hey, we should use this for writing books. And the guy who wrote it went, no, that's not really what it's for. And then, their book became a bestseller, so instead they went, oh yeah, 100%, this is what I meant, yeah. Let me make a version of this book that is like, the hero's journey, but for writers. Yeah, for sure. Sure, I'll take the bag of money. This is the main stuff that happens in the hook. We introduce the setup and the problem. The other thing that I wanna... I will say, see, I feel like Kate says, I'm opening a pomegranate and seeds are getting everywhere, SOS. Freaking, can you tell Kate wrote a book inspired by Greek mythology? I don't think I've ever eaten a pomegranate just for fun. Are pomegranates aesthetically pleasing? Yes. Would I eat one for fun? I don't think so. The other thing, by the way, is that the hook also introduces and foreshadows all the shit that is going to happen. Maxi, they're delicious. I know they're delicious. I just don't think I've ever eaten one for fun. Yo, Ronnie has some in the kitchen. Dude, I'm coming over. Maxi's doing what? Dude. So what happens in, again, like, according to, one of the articles that I saw, which I found this very helpful, is that 8 out of 21 pages, which, if I can do the math in my head really quickly, let me just really quickly, 8 divided by 21, it's, 21 divided by 8 instead, do it the other way around. No, it is 8 divided by 21. I know how to do math, by the way. 38% of the episode is just the introduction, the hook. Hans says, I looked up what a pomegranate is. Hans, what do you guys call pomegranates? They're called grenade apples? Hell yeah. In Spanish, in Mexico, we just call them granadas, which just means grenades. Grenades. I believe I called it It Gets Worse, yeah. It Gets Worse is the next part of the episode. It's about 5 out of 21 pages of the setup. And let me just do the math once again. 5 out of 21. By the way, Maxi, are you dumb, Maxi? Do you really need to have the calculator open to do these things? I'm streaming. I'm juggling way too many balls in my mouth right now, okay? And by the way, if it makes you feel better, it makes me feel better. The other day, I was on a call with Nomia off stream. I was helping them with their book. And Nomia was sharing their screen so that I could see. And Nomia, who does math for fun, by the way, has the calculator on their dock. So how smart can they really be? Anyways. I love Nomia Vixie, by the way. I don't know if they're awake. They're probably not awake yet. No, wait, they have to be, well, they have to be awake, quotation, the biggest quotation fingers I can find. So what happens in It Gets Worse, the other thing that I want to do is that, we attempt the easiest solution and it fucking fails. Nomia is legally required to be awake, so says Maxi. The phrase "so says blank" reminded me of Deadly Premonition so hard, Chippy sent me all the way back in the Deadly Premonition mines. I fucking dislike Deadly Premonition so bad. Why, Maxi? Because Sweary's washed out, okay? That's why. Sweary's washed out, fellas. I'm sorry. He is washed. Put him on the clothesline. He needs to dry up. No! Chippy says, I'm playing the Goofy soundtrack in your head right now. No! You mean, isn't it called just A Wonderful Life? Or A Peaceful Life? Deadly Premonition. Life is Beautiful. There you go. Ronnie says, that song single-handedly carries the game. You are not incorrect. This is true. Kate says, I'ma take Francis York Morgan and make him trans. Hell yeah, you should, actually. I never told anyone how I took a character from popular fiction and I just made them mine because I got tired of how badly they were treated. Yeah, see you later. See you later, Dallas. Have a lovely rest of your day. Bye-bye. Alright, It Gets Worse. What happens during It Gets Worse? We have complications from messing up so bad. The characters, instead of trying to fix the problem, they adapt to it. Foreshadowing inverted. Maxi, what did you mean by that? Anyways, what I'm envisioning for It Gets Worse is that, you know, after trying the easy solution and failing, the characters try to adapt to the situation. They're like, I can just live with this problem now. They give up and try the hard way. Which takes us straight into the third part of the episode. I'm calling Sin and Punishment as a reference to that N64 game. That's right. You can't get away from the Nintendo 64. This joke is brought to you by the guy on Blue Sky who just posted about Quest 64. Crime and Punishment? No, Sin and Punishment, the N64 game, whose title is inspired by Crime and Punishment. Everything is up on its head, but the problem is solved. Foreshadowing pays off. This is what I'm gonna call like dramatic climax. Everything happens everywhere all at once. So a student committing murder? I see someone else read the first 50 pages of Crime and Punishment. Alice says, I want to outline, but I also want to pay attention. It's okay. You do you. Have fun. I read like 60. That's about as much as I read of Crime and Punishment. And what are the last 3 pages or 3 minutes of every episode is the kicker, the opposite of the hook. It is 3 out of 21 pages, which takes us to what? 3 out of 21? What, 16? 14%. I can sometimes do math. Especially when the percentage is about 16 to 14. And I know he commits the self-oof. Thank you for thank you for self-censoring. I appreciate that. My Spanish teacher spoiled it to me. Yeah, but did they spoil it in Spanish? I know, Ans. No vas a creer, Ans. Ans, no vas a creer el muchachito en Crime and Punishment. Oh, no. Nada bueno le va a pasar a él. Oh, no. él hizo el auto-uf. Hans says, no, I can only say una cerveza por favor, and I don't need more. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I mean, like, as el patapum. That's also another funny way of saying that. So what happens in the kicker? Everything resets. You know, we get the fallout. Everything resets. The real joke is us. Every time. So this here is the flow. Now, do I think that I can make each episode be 21 pages long? I am not certain. I'm not sure if I could make it 21 pages long. I guess I could, like, beyond... You know, part of me is like, should I review the outline for episode 1 and then see how long it would take me to write it? Okay, you know, let's do some math right now, okay? Did I do a space? I did a space, okay. Welcome to math. So, as I've established many a times, it's good to think about how big you think you want the book to actually be at the end. And I like the books that I have written and published end up being about 180 words per page. So let's say if I were to write this 21-page chapter, it would be 180 times 21. I meant to do times, Your Honor. 180 times 21, forgive me. It is 3,000 times 21 equals 3780. Yo, it's Nomia! Hi, Nomia! Hey, nerd! How you doing?
Hey, bud.
Oh my god, I'm streaming. Nomia's here. Nomia's legally required to be awake. We were joking about that earlier. Oh no. Never mind what Ronnie said, by the way. Yo, Kendra's here too. Hey, boy.
Hey, bud.
Hello, friendos. Kendra says, crawls in near death. I'm here, and if I get distracted, instead of absorbing your energy through a straw-like siphoning gas, I'll have to depart. The gays have arriveth. It's true. You know what? For good luck, give me a Kendra quote, by the way. Just for good luck. You know, what's Kendra's fortune for the day, okay? I have never told a friend to give a man another chance. Ain't that the damn truth, brother? Yeah, that's another good one. 762, Phoenix right violation of your constitutional rights. Yo, Dale, have you played that one? Now, do I think I can write an episode in 780 words? Thank you, Cade. Do I think I can write a chapter in this long? Let me just double check. Opening the calculator because I'm not ashamed to admit that I don't know how to do math. If this feels short, this is like one chapter of. Because normally, I'll admit it. Okay, my chapters are a little long-winded sometimes. Let's start with a Family Guy cutaway. Oh, wow, remember the time? Hey, wow, Mugen, I can't believe you're here. Wow. Wow, it's the FREEMAGE. Wow. Hey, Mugen, remember the time? Oh, yeah, I had a chat with Nomi about the comic they're writing and making. It looks really fun. Nomia says Maxi made fun of me for having a calculator on my hotbar. No, I could never. I could never do that. I would never take candy from a baby. So if it's the hook worsens Sin and Pun, and then kicker. Don't believe Maxi's lies. I don't know what you're talking about. Was it my candy to start with? The knicker? How dare you? Alright, so if you are 8553, 8553. I normally write things a little long-winded, but I could try to write fast. Maxi, you wrote the word for underwear. So what? Oh, I did. Oh no! Oh no! It's my dyslexia. It's my dyslexia. Okay, you're not allowed to make fun of me. If you make fun of me, that's ableist. Okay, so don't make fun of me. So. And that's the knicker. How dare you? So 8 pages times 180. 1440. Ooh. I'm making fun of you as we speak. Wow, I can't believe Nomiya did an ableism. $900. Wow, it's the resolution of my old monitor. Would you believe that? Kendra says, I have silly goose disorder. You making fun of me for making fun of you is ableist. Kendra, get your goddamn quote and get out of here, okay? Alright, so now 180 times 3. I should know how to do this. It's 540. Okay, perfect. I also need a haha. Perhaps even a So the thing you should know about me is that I hate talking about how much I write because it feels like a boast and it's really not my intention to boast. I write a lot. I write pretty fast. I could do 3,700 in one writing session, which would mean one episode every single day, which is kind of scary because that means that I would have to outline. I mean, like, okay, so let's do the math again. If every episode is 21 pages, and I want to write a book that is, 250 pages. Damn it, Chippy. If it's 250, how many times can I fit 21 in there? 11 times. 11 episodes per season. Um, 11 episodes for season 1. Episodes for season 1. Maxi, why don't you make it 12 so it's like animus rules? The rules are made up, okay? So if I do 11 episodes and I write one episode a day, or perhaps an episode every day and a half, then that gives me what, like 1.5 days to brainstorm the next episode? I could do that. That would mean that it would be like write and brainstorm, write. That's an interesting way to go around doing my project for the month. I think the way to do it, I'm gonna have to try and write within these limitations, and then we'll see how it works out. Okay. This might work. This might legitimately work. So now my next question is, with 1,440 words, let's say that on a really, really good cycle, I can write 500 words. So I'll just keep adding to this line at 500 words per pomodoro, words per tomato, by the way. It equals what? Three, about three tomatoes, I guess. Oh my god. That's 3, by the way. DB says my department's Minecraft server went down and the Discord chat is going crazy. Oh my god, that's hilarious. And you would be what, 1.5? This is literally like, just you know what, Maxi, just say 2 pomodoros, okay? And this is what, 2 pomodoros? And this is just 1 pomodoro, since I have done so much padding. So that means that, like, okay, now this looks more, I don't want to say realistic, but I'm like, okay, I don't think I could confidently do this every day, because this is 3, 2, 2, that is 7, 8 cycles of writing a day. Nomia asks, Maxi, may I have permission to share a funny off-topic Artemis fact? You get 1. Make it count. Each episode would take about 8 pomodoros to complete. I feel a little bit better with the timing now. I feel a little bit better because I'm like, I don't have to super rush it. I could probably do 1 episode every 2 days. Not Artemis Fowl. Haven't thought about Artemis Fowl in forever. Okay. How long do pomodoros take again? They take as long as a person wants them to take. I usually do 25 minutes. Hell yeah. Nomia says, currently in the Artemis Discord server, they're promoting cherries. Cherries. This is why I should never pronounce names. They're promoting one of the new singles, and literally 5 of the reactions to the latest post are all trans flags. Chwery? Is that even better? Chwery? Nomi's gonna be like, Maxi, can I please come on stream so that I can explain how to pronounce it, please? I can't have the real Artemis fans think that anyone within my circle can't pronounce Chwery's name. Chwery? Perhaps I could do this. I think I would like... Let's just jump into the first episode outline. The one thing that I really have to keep in mind is like how much space there is, you know? Perhaps what I could do instead... Okay, let's assume, you know, actually I have more math to do, okay? Let's assume that I write the book entirely on Vives, aka going by Pomos. That means that the actual episode length is actually the hook is actually, because it's gonna be 3 cycles at 500 words each one, it's gonna be actually 1500, or, you know, 3 cycles of 5, 3 times 500 really. Worsens is gonna be 2 times 500. Kendra says my current creative method is just called fear. Oh yeah, you joined in late, Kendra, but I'm writing this like episodes of a sitcom. That's the plan. I'm writing it like episodes of a sitcom. Sin and Pun, which is also 2 times 500, and then the kicker, which is literally just 1 times 500. Kendra, there's gotta be a better way, brother. Kendra says my current creative method is just called fear, where I make myself so insanely busy that the deadlines are crashing down horrifyingly all around me and I have to succeed or else. How is this? How? Well, do you feel like this has been conducive to you creating art, Kendra? Candace, are you streaming through the next hour? I am streaming for the next 1 hour and 17 minutes. You're good, Nomia. Now, Maxi, what's the point of doing this? The point of breaking it down the way that I just did is good for me, because it means that I can now look at the episode as chapters, but also the cycles that I do within its chapter. Kendra says, I'm on well with deadlines, but I gotta look hot by 7 EST, so y'all will join me. And Nomia says, of course Kendra's not feeling well. They keep painting with the goddamn windows closed. It's true. Could somebody who isn't me shame Kendra for using oil paintings indoors? Crack open a window. But then my cat's gonna go out. Well, you know, it wasn't oil? What is oil? Yeah, this is so much better. Kendra says it wasn't oil, you guys. It was just glue sealant. It was rhinestone glue. As we all know, glue is perfectly fine. Did you say oil? Oil? What's wrong with that? You should paint. You should paint and use glue in a well-aerated room, lest you get the Mad Hatter's disease. explains a few things. Okay. So we have the hook. Nomia says, by the way, Maxi, my stream is gonna legit start immediately after yours. Nomia, what are you streaming today? So it would be the hook, 3 Pomodoros followed by worsens, 2 Pomodoros, followed by Sin and Pun, which is also 2 Pomodoros. And then the kicker. Man, when I look at it like this, holy crap, there really isn't a lot of time. But that's probably good. Homicipher is the game Nomia is playing. It is a horror otome game with language puzzles. Oh, of course. That is very Nomia Victory. Maxi, do you have to add little tomatoes to each of these? Yes. This is necessary. So this is really interesting because now I'm like, this is how many work cycles it would take for me. I misread Nomia's comment. Nomia said, what if you kissed Jeff the Killer and he also spoke in tongues? I misread it as like, what if you kissed Jeff the Killer and he also spoke in Portuguese? Pomodoro means tomato. I wouldn't take anything Lorenzo says too seriously. It is 5 in the morning in Lorenzo land, and also, Lorenzo's I believe I can best describe it in song. He's a memer baby, so why don't you shoot him? Not yet. Wait until Lorenzo really does something bannable, and then we'll shoot Lorenzo. I again, like, DB is correct. Doesn't everybody imagine the tomato kitchen timer? That's what I always imagined. I mean, that's what the system is named after. The system is just literally named after the guy's little kitchen tomato timer. Oh my god, Nomia. It's really funny because now that I'm looking at these as just 500 word segments, man, these are really freaking short. Oh yeah, I don't have the ad names in chat. Oh man, do I feel blessed. Let me just fix my camera. What are we talking about? So in Nomia's chat and in other people's chats, instead of showing usernames, it shows their ats, like your actual, not your chosen username, your legal YouTube address, essentially. Yeah, Chippy says, on here I'm Chippades, but in Nomia's chat I am at Chippades, which isn't as confusing as other people. Like, Dale is like at DL700BR or something. So what's the first episode outline, Maxi? Walk me through it. So, the setup, okay? What do I want to achieve with episode 1? I want episode 1 to introduce Mugen. No, my legal name. Yeah, there you go. Introduce Mugen, and how Mugen is a stick in the mud for the JRPG world. What I mean by this is that instead of Mugen is almost self-aware that they live in a world that follows JRPG logic, except they don't have the words to say that. Instead, they point out the inconsistencies of living in a world where everyone expects you to behave as per your job. Stick in the mud, everyman hybrid reference. Oh, Kendra. I told Plague about your connection to certain non-fiction authors after we watched Shelby Oaks, and I was just like, yeah, Kendra just like knows everybody. Kendra just knows everybody, essentially. I swear to God, if you become friends with Captain Astronaut, I'm suing. Captain Astronaut is like, he is the one I get, okay? I get one YouTuber who gets to be my friend and my friend only, okay? And that's Captain Astronaut.
This is why I don't respect streamers.
Introduce me again. Introduce the concept of jobs and how everyone expects you to behave that way. It's true. God, I love sending Captain Astronaut all Nomia's terrible Monster Hunter mistakes. Damn! Ronnie's got a lot of friends, okay? Ronnie's got a lot of arms, okay? You know, everybody can hold one of Ronnie's arms. Ronnie says, I was gonna say, you're my YouTube friend. But then they're like, I have many. And yeah, you know. Let's just say that there is an OG Twitch streamer on my PlayStation friends list. I don't like his content, but but he's not like evil or anything. But am I gonna unfollow him? No. Listen, so Fifi, I'm gonna need you to gather 10 more bare asses before you can come back, okay? You're not gonna turn in this quest unless you get me 10 more bare asses, okay? Get to it. Chop chop. I want this episode to be big fantasy. Big dramatic fantasy. I want to do this by taking us right to the end of Dragon Quest 1. Mugen and Knight are at the chamber of the Fiend Lord. The Lord of the Fiends. The Lord of the Fiends. The Lord of the... There you go. 10,000 fiends. This number is important, okay? Kendra says Steam and PSN friends list are like Pokemon egg storage. If the eggs were near forgotten YouTube celebrities from the early 2000s. I have some really, really old friends that I'm like, we have not talked in years, and I don't really care what you're playing right now. But it would be mean if I unfollowed you, because you would like notice. So I'm just kind of like, I guess you can know what games I own on Steam. That's fine. I guess you can know that I'm playing Hungle and Fungal. I am not playing Hungle and Fungal. I'm playing Vampire Survivors. In my head right now. It's essentially the end of a regular ass JRPG. The bad guy is right there. And all we need to do is defeat them and goodwill reign. I think that's all I need to do for the. I feel like that's all I need to do for episode 1. I just need to introduce you to the concept of the book, how Mugen sucks. Positive, negative, descriptively, and introduce the concept of jobs. Damn it, Lorenzo. Chippy says, sometimes I run into people from the Deviant Art days that aren't people I'm still in contact with from those days, but I'm like, I don't want to jump scare them by mentioning the Deviant Art days. That's fair. That's fair. I don't know if I would want anyone to be like, by the way, hey Maxi, remember me from the Dark Ages? And I'm like, nope. I don't play any more thief games. Who is in the cast for this episode? The cast for this episode, of course, we have, of course, Mugen. I need Knight. I need the Fiend Lord, who will probably just be called the Fiend Lord, by the way, and then the Princess, who is trans, because you can be the princess job without being a girl, which, you know, really establishing how this is gay as heck. Ah! Kate, no! Ah! I'm dead! I'm dead! Ah! Mods, please ban Cade and Chippy, please. Stop! Stop reminding me of what I created before. Ah! Ah! Maxi, read the messages for everyone else. So Chippy was saying that if somebody brought up the old DeviantArt days, Chippy would turn into dust. And then my friends decided to do that to me. So I originally went viral on Tumblr from 2 posts. I made a post about Neil Gaiman. I know. I too now live in the future and not the past. I went viral because of that. I also went viral because I made a post about forbidden knowledge and how to research it on Tumblr. Those were the first 2 posts that went really big for me. And then content-wise, I had a writing advice series on YouTube called the Virtual Writing Academy, the VWA. And that's Kendra's like, that's where I met Maxi. And then of course Alice is like, that I met you through your outlining video. That's my other big video. My other big video is my guide to how to plan a novel from the ground up. Big video. And of course Chippy of course says I remember Omakase. Shut up Chippy. Don't remind me of my... That's right. I once had a podcast. I've done a lot of stuff on the internet, fellas. Remember when I also Let's Played? Remember when I had an anime review channel? I'm Kitty. And I'm Max. And this is Dango Duo. Oh, man. Oh, man. Suffercast Rise Up. Damn it. Kendra says don't come after podcasters, you streamer. You said that like a slur, Kendra. Kendra called me a streamer like it's a slur. Ronnie says bring back Theresia. How fucking dare you remind me of Theresia. One day I'll finish Theresia. I promise one day we'll finish Theresia. Chippy says I was there for the Suffercast. Kitty keeps threatening me. Kitty's like, dude, we should watch Glee, but make it a Suffercast. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if I can do that, fellas. I don't know if I can do that. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if I could sit through Glee. All right, fellas. If you have your Maxi stream bingo table, feel free to mark the table that says Kendra brings up political figures. It's specifically Kendra bringing up political figures. You're not wrong, but yeah. Thank you, Chibi, bringing up Masks of Glass. That's like the first thing I ever put on. Was that the first thing I put on Ichi, or was it Ho Ho and the Fabulous Guys? Maybe. Masks of Glass was cute. I miss Masks of Glass. Why are we torturing Maxi? Should I get my Raven's Gem paperback? Kendra, shut the fuck up. Okay, the way that I was like, no, this is cute. It's like it's sending me back to memory lane. It's fun. And then Kendra brings up Raven's Gem, and I'm fucking dead. I'm fucking dead, brother. Don't talk to me about Raven's Gem. I want to rewrite that, but make it like 1,000,000 times more gay. I don't think it's a bad book. I think I think I did what I could best back then. Kitty actually brought up that book, that redacted book, Cade, recently, and Kitty was like, you could just fix it up. And I'm like, I could. I almost think I would want to rewrite it. I almost would want to rewrite it. Anyways. And Ronnie's correct. Kitty brought up Raven's Gem earlier because, Kitty made a really good point, and I like the reference, by the way. Is that, the jobstones, jobstones are written as this. And the specific jobstones. I may call it job gems, I don't know. But I like, oh no, we're bringing it back. It's Knight's Gem, one word. Why wouldn't it be? Why wouldn't it be one word? I did this 10 years ago. I'm still the same person. I like shoving words together. That's the way that linguistics work. Given enough time, people will just merge words together. That's why 100 years ago we said skibbity bippity, but now we just say skippity. That it's beautiful the way that language works. Sounds like German. I'm okay with that. I gotta go to my work. If I start yapping too much, please dangle me over the pit, but don't fill it full of crocodiles, because I'll want a better look at them. That's fair, Chippy. No worries, friendo. Have fun working. Kendra says new chat rule: no contractions. But what if we have a pregnant viewer? Ha! I can't believe Kendra would find that about Princess Tutu like this week, huh? Who else is in it? The Fiend Court is in it. The Gun Mage, or Machine Mage. If I say machine, people are gonna assume that they're like a robot. I'll do Machinist Mage. Oh man, it's getting hot in here. Will we actually get to the outlining? Engineer Mage? I thought about Engineer. I mean, I'm open to engineer. You know what, chat? You know what? I haven't done a poll in forever. Here's a poll, by the way. Which fucks the most? Gun mage, machinist mage, engineer mage. There you go. Chat, could I please get a quick little y'all please really quickly just tell me real quick which of these names for a character fucks the most? Which job? See you later, Kay. Love you, friendo. Have a good day at work. Love ya. Bye bye. Kendra would say Soren, yeah. Kendra, I want to let you know, by the way, that this is not actually a legally binding ballot. You don't have to write in Soren for everything. As much as I like the idea of going for engineer mage, I mean, I do think we should do ranked choice voting, actually. I feel like that would fix this country. But you know, what do I know? Alright, fellas. Gun mage has won, fellas. I'm sorry. Mysterioso says, I don't know. Gun mage sounds like a quick shot. Oh, is that it? Am I in? Am I in? Is this it? Is this it? I think this is it. You know, the other reason why I like the format that I have for the characters is that it enables people that if you want to make your OC mages, you can. I like stories that enable people to do that. You can make your own OC mages if you want. No hard feelings. Have fun. Let me copy the plan. So, the plan analyzed. So, if this is the flow of the story right here, then I can just grab the things I already wrote. I can grab this nonsense and we can freaking put it in there, brother. We put this shit in there so I know exactly what needs to happen in each section. I'm so smart. So, task, or I guess like point, like goal, I guess. So if there is 3 cycles, Nomia says the reason why this appeared is because I sent the YouTuber I mentioned earlier a message. I'll let you know if she responds. Damn it, you said she. I was hoping it could just be like, oh damn, you think Markiplier is doing nothing right now? Kendra says, no man, you're not supposed to mention Mr. Beast in chat. Kendra, shut the fuck up, Kendra. Kendra just like listing like names of political figures in chat, which is against the rules, I must add, and then is like, Nomia, no, we're not supposed to do that. That's bad, real bad. Mrs. Beast transitioned. Yeah, there you go. And then I guess the actual outline. I don't like calling it a task, but let's just call it a task for now, okay? So, introduce the setup and the problem. I feel like then in that case you're like literally just introduction, the problem, the easiest solution. Let's just say that perhaps this feels so short. I'm gonna write really short chapters, which I never do. So I only have 2 cycles to get this shit done. What is this? Mods, time out, Kendra. Mods, time out, Kendra. The way that I know every person you're trying to like amalgam, by the way, how dare you? Also, by the way, Obama is his last name. Barack might have worked as a better first name, Kendra. Kendra Purpleface PhD. It's my son's first name. You name your son Obama? I love you, friends. I really miss streaming. I'm happy to be back. And honestly, it's not that hot. If I look outside, I think it got cloudy. It got cloudy. As soon as you said Obama, I missed Plague. Plague for SNL. Plague would fucking kill SNL. And I don't mean like with the chainsaw. I mean like Plague would become a sensation. Like there would be best of DVDs of Plague on SNL. There would be like entire clips of Jimmy Fallon laughing and ruining every single skit with Plague. Maxi, in this imagined world, Jimmy Fallon is back on SNL. No, he's just he's guesting. He's guesting, okay? No, do you want me to buy you like a heater or something? Dark Timeline, don't summon him? Kendra, have you seen the timeline? How much worse could it possibly get?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Change location. Everything flips. Don't say that. Oh, am I dead? Oh, come on! Okay. Hold up. Okay. Let's see. Fellas, by the way, please let me know if I'm still online, by the way. It does look like I'm... Excellent connection? Masterful Gambit? Excellent connection, even though OBS is telling... Oh, wait, we're back? OBS is fluctuating? Why are you dropping frames, brother? OBS needs a think. I think I'm back? No? It's just buffering, huh? YouTube is not receiving enough. Oh, is that so? Are you sure? Because it says here you're receiving 9,000 kilobytes of data. So I don't know what your problem is, brother. You're so back, baby. Fellas, I legitimately don't... Is YouTube just down right now? Oh my god. I'm back, thank you. Is YouTube stream down right now? Let's just do the good old check. Kendra says C. Oh, users report problems at YouTube. Oh, brother. I don't think I can show you this screen. There are problems at YouTube, by the way. Should I call it early? Or do I just hope that maybe we're back at Dinosaur Story? Could you imagine? There is a spike of complaints at YouTube. I have dropped 1% of frames. That seems like an awful lot of frames to drop. Is YouTube down? Let me just double check this. Let me just, always check your sources. There is issues at YouTube. But y'all can still hear me, right? But y'all can still hear me? Maybe it's a Filipino thing. Maybe it's not even bad. All right. Kendra says, no, I need your strength to pretend to be hot. Kendra, shut the fuck up. Kendra, the true hotness has been inside of you all along. Kendra, didn't you learn anything from The Wizard of Oz, your favorite movie of all time? What made the Tin Man cunty wasn't the platinum paint that made him sick. It was that ass he had that was popping, just like your ass that's popping, Kendra. Just like popping boba. Do it for the boba, Kendra. All right. By the way, fellas, feel free to hit me with said loading? No. Is it buffering? What's the emote? There's an emote that there you go. It's just called buffering, actually. Yeah. Hit me with this emote if it's buffering on your end, okay? It's also apparently in the United States of America. That makes more sense. Yeah, because I'm sending all the data through OBS, so I don't know what the problem is. I'm gonna try for 13 more minutes to push through this. I'm not saying that out loud, Lorenzo. Oh, now I'm back. My little signal icon on OBS is all the way. Everything's green. So we're gonna do 13 more minutes of work and then dailies, I think. It feels like a dailies kind of day. Maxi, you barely even got work done. I mean, you know. What you don't realize is that me talking about my book to y'all is very helpful. You know? This is very helpful to just talk about the stuff that I'm working on. That's why we're doing this on... We're gonna do this on Sunday, on Nomiya's stream. Kendra, I'm going to kindly ask you to explain what you mean by, and I quote, I'm low-key shitting that this novel challenge starts next month. Kendra, Friday's the 31st. This happens every month. The end of the month shows up. And it can be in one of 7 days. One might argue there's a 13% chance. This time, Friday, baby. Oh, Nomiya, that's so smart! Holy crap, Nomiya's goated. Nomiya's making a comic. And Nomiya's like, I don't know what I'm gonna do for the background shots. I want to do some background shots. And Nomiya says, I'm gonna make locations in The Sims. That's so smart. Nomiya, you found the one way to make playing The Sims be part of work. Congratulations, motherfucker. You did it. You did it. Incredible. Slow clapping. Nomiya's so fucking smart. Especially with the free camera. And also because like you're able to affect the FOB by like zooming in and stuff. Like it actually is really smart. I realized that like if I wanted to make a comic, it's what I would do. Yeah, that makes so much sense. SMRT. Yeah, it's true. It's smart. I'm realizing with this space, could I do, because I had a very long episode planned, and I don't know if I can get there, which means we freaking cut, baby. We cut it down to size. It's the only way. Not me looking down at my OBS and being like, hey OBS, are you okay? OBS is not okay. Because YouTube is not okay. But that's fine. We'll make do. We'll survive. It is your job, by the way, to tell me if it's buffering real bad. Because if it's unwatchable, or if the stream goes down, then what the hell am I doing here? If I wanted to talk to myself, I would at least like turn off the VTuber model. You think I enjoy watching myself talk? Do you know how much it sucks to like edit a video of yourself? It fucking sucks. See ya later, Lorenzo. Have fun. Go make something with all that caffeine in your blood system, okay? See ya. Bye. Nomi says, can I admit to something? Yeah, just keep in mind that cops might be listening, so. If it's something illegal, I recommend that you instead tell nobody, ever. And die with the secret. Change location, everything flips. Everything flips. Usually, location change. Changing the location halfway through the episode is good for getting the reader to not be able to predict what's happening next. Aw, that's cute though. Nomi says, sometimes I watch my own streams, specifically my collab streams, because I like the friend sounds. No, I definitely I like hearing my friends talk. Hearing myself talk? I've never liked listening to myself. Even back when I made videos, like nearly every day, I fucking hated listening to myself talk. Yeah, collab streams are fun. Chippy's right. Also, Chippy, I'm holding a gun in my hand. This is the gun that shoots crocodiles. So don't make me pull the trigger, okay? Chippy said, "Hey, I haven't yapped." Okay, all right. I'm just saying, Chip. Your Honor, I'm saying that Chip Adis, Mix Chip Adis told me if they were yapping, I had to shoot him with the crocodile gun. Okay. And Your Honor, I never break a promise to a friend, Your Honor. So it gets worse. We adapt, but it sucks. We adapt, but it sucks. An opportunity arises. I wonder... Yeah, Mysterious is right, by the way. My only issue is that I'm having two things happen within this block. And that's a 25-minute block. Can I make two things happen? What? It's 500 words. Within 500 words, I have the characters adapt to the situation, and then immediately an opportunity comes up. The one thing I want to say though, Alice, is that you can train your voice. It just takes a lot of time and effort. And most people don't put any effort or time into anything. Most people want things to happen quickly and free. And free of effort and any kind of struggle. And that's not how anything happens. Especially not art.
Yeah, that makes sense.
A part of me is like, do I double the episode length? I don't think so. I want to try to write really fast. Because I'm kind of notorious for writing really slow books, or at least I feel like I'm writing slow. It takes me 1,000 words just to establish where we are. I think I can write a bit faster than that. Especially because this is a nice relaxing book. It's silly, it's stupid. Let's try this. And what? Dramatic climax. The problem if solved, but at what cost? The problem solved, but at what cost? There you go. Let's go with something like this for now. So, if I were to use this as the outline for... Here's a plan for how an episode would be outlined. And then I'm like, so let's try fitting the EP1 outline into this format. So the joke, there's many jokes in episode 1, but the introduction is that like it's literally Dragon Quest 1. You know, there's a fiend lord, they kidnap a princess, the princess is trans, we don't know that. It's literally Dragon Quest 1. The problem is that we have to battle the fiend lord, but Mugen, can I move you a little bit further back, since I don't, I kind of need you though. But Mugen is a goddamn nerd. No, okay, the real reason why Mugen doesn't want to fight the fiend lord, but Mugen realizes the fiend lord is not who they expected them to be, relates to this, and doesn't want to fight. Is the fiend lord's name Fiend Lord because I like it? One, I don't want to give them a name, but two, like it's the whole idea. Nami, have you read? I'll put Fiend Lord on my name wheel. You could be Fiend Lord, honestly. Nami, do you know what my book is about? Have you read my post? Do you have it? Nami, do you have any clue what my book is about? By the way, I'm not quizzing you. The reason is that like the idea of calling this final baddie the Fiend Lord, it plays into the theme of like people expect you to behave your job. So just like I'm working it out from context, that's what I thought. Okay, in the world of FREEMAGE, your job is your gender. Your fantasy job is your gender. If you're a knight, your pronouns are he, him, and you're expected to behave in a pompous way and be an asshole and be mightier than thou, but also be kind of like a moral compass. Our main protagonist Mugen thinks that's stupid. Thinks it's absurd to expect people to behave based on their job, and instead of picking a job like everyone else, Mugen remains a free mage, essentially the beginner job from the academy, the kind of transitory, like you're supposed to pick a gender eventually. And the book is just a queer examination of gender and an identity, as seen through the glasses of or the lens perhaps of JRPGs. So the Fiend Lord being called the Fiend Lord, it's fun and it's thematically appropriate because the book begins with the Night Mage and Mugen about to fight the Fiend Lord because the Fiend Lord has got to be bad. Nomiya says, OMG, are you saying this story is some sort of allegory? That's pretty good. Nomiya, welcome to being quoted, by the way. It's been a little while since Nomiya got quoted last. I gotta get some more 2025 quotes before we move to 2026. It feels weird just to even say that. So it's really funny. Nomiya says, personally, my comic has no allegories.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So it's part of the beginning joke. It's part of the beginning bit because Mugen is like, you're the Fiend Lord, you have to be evil and you don't feel emotions. And then the Fiend Lord is like, I'm not just fighting you for my kin, the fiends. I'm also fighting you for my love, the princess that I kidnapped, but we have fallen in love. And then Mugen goes, you feel emotions? Hold up, you're not supposed to feel anything. You're the Fiend Lord. And then the knight is like, do not fall for its tricks. You stupid bitch. I believe that's actually the quote. And Mugen is like, I'm not fighting nobody who feels emotions, you know? So let's sit down and talk about this. And then they talk about it. Mugen decides that they... Oh, no. Actually, I guess the way that it will be is that... Okay, instead is this, okay? Mugen and Knight face the demon, the Fiend Lord. And we have a classic back and forth about evil and whatever. And then they become a polycule, perhaps. Let's just say that they come back. They do what? On where? But then it is revealed that the Fiend Lord is also in love with the princess, which causes Mugen to second guess fighting them. Mugen, not wanting to fight, asks for a timeout. They have tea, and we have a lovely meal. In learning, this is interrupted by the Fiend Court. Let's put it here. I think it'll be funny. En merienda, there you go. The tea time is interrupted by the fiends, wondering why they aren't fighting. Mugen explains, which leads to the fiends revolting. What do you mean you feel love? You're the Lord of the Fiends. What do you mean you feel love? And then there's a bit where Mugen goes, yeah, you guys, none of you feel love, right? And then the fiends are like, well, yeah, of course, I love my spouse and kids, but you know, I'm a lowly fiend. You know, I'm not the Lord of the Fiends, the Fiend Lord. You know, I feel a little bit of love. You know, the Fiend Lord shouldn't feel any love for anybody. They're the embodiment of evil. You know, so we immediately have again the immediately twisting of like, you know, well, no, we feel love, but you shouldn't. So we have again the implying of expectations that even these fiends themselves expect their Fiend Lord to behave a certain way. It's I'll just say it now, okay? This book has one joke, and the joke is that people expect you to behave a certain way, and nobody behaves in any way that makes sense. We mean you feel love. The Fiend Lord is taken on trial, where Mugen and Knight serve as both witnesses and the word for when somebody helps you to commit a crime. And also, they are on trial too. They are guilty. Okay, chat, say glow up spell for me. Kendra, the hotness was inside of you all along, brother. I can't believe Kendra's walking around with slutty little harnesses and mesh tops and platform shoes. And then they're like, God, I wish I was hot, says Kendra. Accomplices, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Nomia. They are found guilty and sent to the dungeon. In the dungeon, everyone is down and sad. Argument happens. It is revealed that the princess stole some job gems job gems, but didn't give them to anyone because everyone has been a bunch of saps. Having just given up all hope, Mugen and Knight decide to don the job gems and fend off against the 10,000 demons. Also, the job gems are wrong. I like the idea that they're like, what job is this? And it's just like, it's the mate stone. And you're like, all right, you're now the battle maid. Fucking battle made it up, brother. Again, it's the inversion. I'm having to explain the jokes. You know, it's like they give up hope. They're in the dungeon. They're like, that's it. We're dead. This is the rest of our lives. We're gonna be stuck here forever. You know, and they're like, here's some hope. And then they're like, wow, okay, we'll put on these job gems. We're gonna go kick ass. And they're like, actually, the job gems kind of suck. And I have the rest of this right here, but I am going to call it here because I want to do some dailies real quick. Let's do some dailies. All right, fellas, let me just hide the screen for a second. YouTube still not receiving enough bitrate, huh? Fellas, friends, I want to say thank you so much for joining me for the creative section of the stream. We are now going to do some dailies. The segment of the stream where we play games we can only play today. I would like to remind you, by the way, that if you enjoy what I make and would like to get some secret info on the games I'm making next and get them early and all that other jazz, consider supporting me on coffee.com/mkirin. That's gonna be the home of all of my games and all my early access and posts. It's on Coffee. Thank you. All right. First off, Quirtle. 4 Wordles at once because it's the only way I can feel anything anymore. Rogue, Saturn, Blimp. We scout those 3 and this gives us the keys to the kingdom every single time. 1, 2, 3, 4. ROAEP. What the hell is this? Perhaps it is an R? Proper. No? Can I do dailies with you? What do you mean, like on call? You want to be on call, Nomia Victory? I don't know if I can do on call because normally I use OBS for my microphone. I would have to change stuff. You know what, Nomia Victory? For you, let me go fix my audio real quick. It's gonna be my microphone. Test. Perfect. Wow. Oh my god. What's that voice there? Who goes there? Wow. Echo. Anyways, I am now in the mod chat. No, I am now in the mod chat. And I'm gonna share my screen. I'm gonna share my Firefox. Alright, Nomia, get in, bozo.
Meow.
No, Nomia, hey, Nomia. Who the hell are you?
Hi, I'm Nomi Vixie. My pronouns are anything, but mostly they're them. I'm gonna stream in like 20 minutes, but I want to do dailies in Maxi.
Nomia, I have a question for you, Nomia. Oh, somehow you appear as Mama, by the way, for some reason.
Why am I Mama?
I don't know. Like a parent, like child, I guess.
I'm just a little mama, I guess. Hang on. Is that my fault?
I mean, perhaps it could be your fault.
I'm just a little mama for
okay,
some reason. Maybe I
let
was testing Mama's food or something.
me go to Fugitek, see if it's on my end.
perspective. Oh,
Nomia, you're now your own mom.
Is that
Oh,
it?
there you go. You're back. Okay, perfect. All right, good.
There I am. I think I was testing some stuff.
All right, let me make you small because you're currently fucking huge.
Yeah, make me little. I'm just a little guy. That's what Mama wanted their Fuki to look like.
All right, Nomia Vikshi. Hello, friends. This is my lovely little friend Nomia Vikshi. You fucking know who Nomia is. All right, Nomia, what word can you make with ROAEP? Quick.
That is a great question, and I've been thinking about it. Opera.
Jesus Christ. Yo, good job.
Yay!
Good job.
Thank you.
All right, so now we know that B goes to the beginning of the top category. It's BOR. Broom, perhaps?
No, there's no M.
Ooh, but it's Brood.
Here we go. Swear to God, Maxi, you're always just entering words without double checking.
Yeah, well, normally I'm playing this by myself, so I don't have to check with nobody. You know, I don't check myself. I just wreck myself.
Use the chat yell at you.
All right, so RRRED.
There's gotta be an R in the middle or at the end of that one. It's either in the middle or the end. And there's only E's.
Oh, it is only E's. Unless it's you know.
Dairy girls.
Dairy girls.
We haven't checked Y yet.
We
so
haven't
it
checked
could
Y. Could it be tidy? Or tidy?
Titty. No, T is in the middle of that one.
Oh, Diddy? Diddy then? It was Diddy.
It's Diddy, my little Diddy.
Diddy. Oh my god, my favorite Kong. And now we know that it's D at the beginning. And no Y.
The E is either
Derek.
It's Derek, yeah.
Dway. Dirch?
Dirch? No, that's not a word.
No, it could be though. No, what the hell is this, Nomia? We have two guesses though. We could do a scout. Want to do a scout?
No, we don't need scouts. I never play with scouts.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Wow, really? Then what would you do? All heavies?
I never
all
do.
Snipers? I thought you liked TF2.
Dirge? Oh no, there's no I.
There's no I.
There's no I.
Although dirge is a very Ronnie coded word.
I feel like E has to be in the second spot because the only other thing is there's no other. It's either DR or DW. For consonants and R can't go there, so it's either DE or DW. Defer could work.
There you go.
Yeah!
Easy peasy lemon squeezy. All right. Let's do Nomia. Oh, come on. Nomia. What game is this, Nomia?
That's a Mario. That's
it's
a Mario.
Okay.
It's one of the Marios. It's New Mario Super Bros. Wii or whatever it's called.
This looks like it's on the DS though.
It does. It's low res.
Mario DS. Mario.
The DS ones are even older. It's gonna be like the new DS. It's gonna be the 3DS, not the original DS. Mario 3D World was 3D, not 2D. So it's Yoshi's Island. That's not Mario Maker. We
New
just guessed
Super Mario. We
you guessed Super Mario Bros. U. Maybe Super Mario Bros. Wii.
It's not. Oh, it is the 3DS one.
It's 3D. Is it? So is it Mario 3D World?
Super
Mario 3D World. I think.
It's not 3D World.
No. 3D Land.
It's probably 3D Land. Yeah. It's not.
No.
2012.
Oh, Tanukis.
Yoshi's Island. Yeah.
Oh God.
Mario Maker?
I played this one. That's not. Is Mario Maker?
Wait.
Was that 2012?
Wait, hold up. No, the 3D section tells me that 3D. It's not. It was on the 3DS though.
Super Mario Bros. 2. Did you Super Mario Bros. 2?
It was.
Yeah, there we go.
Good call, Dale.
Dale got that one.
All right, we have a bunch.
A lot.
Let's do a couple. All right, Nomia. This is all you need.
That's TF2.
Nomia, please.
What? I don't know.
It is not.
What the fuck is that?
Oh, wait.
That's nothing.
Wait, no. Is this Pokemon Legends?
No, that's not.
Z2A.
If that's what ZA looks like, I'm gonna be so upset.
People, they think that this is what it looks like, but it really isn't.
Have you seen?
Wait, Wii U?
Oh my god, is that Bully? It's Bully.
No, it's on the Wii U.
Sorry, the map looked so familiar to me that I was like Bully, but no, Wii U? The fuck? The fuck is that?
Oh, it's a Lego. It's a fucking Lego game. It's a Lego game on the Wii. Okay.
Wii U Lego City Stories?
Oh my! Oh, it's
Lego City Undercover.
And it gave it to us though.
Oh my god.
All right.
I've never played a Lego game.
I don't wanna. I played a little bit of one. It was fun. Okay.
Also,
no.
Maxi, have you seen the Digimon game? What's it? Time Stranger or something?
I've seen some stuff on it. People apparently really like it.
It's beautiful, and looking at it, it's like Pokemon has more money than God, and they are making the ugliest games known to man. Meanwhile, Digimon is scraping by. Not really, they've
no,
but
no.
got
I'm immediately canceling. Yeah, but Pokemon is releasing games consistently. The last Digimon game was literally the PS Vita, so I'm gonna ask you to sit down.
Pokemon doesn't need to release games as much as they're doing. They don't need to.
No, yeah, but they do. But they do though.
They're stupid, but also they can
It is. But that's the thing. Is like, do you want consistent releases? Then they can't look. It was not. Like, please do not bring up Digimon Survivor. They don't want us to think about Digimon Survivor, and it wasn't even made by the main team, and it wasn't even a Digimon game. No, Cyber Sleuth wasn't the Vita, bro. Friends. Kendra says, I would rather drop one good game in 5 years than 5 mid ones. How about releasing
one good game 10 years?
Yeah, or no. I personally, I'd rather have more games than less games. Maybe I'm just different.
Really?
No, name a flying a flying first partner Pokemon.
Rowlet.
It's the only one. Name a partner fighting Pokemon.
Incineroar.
Sorry, I meant Dark. That's the same thing though, actually, now that I think about it.
Yeah, Incineroar.
And a fighting partner.
Blaziken.
What about a water flying? What about Kitty's favorite Gen 3 Pokemon?
Mantike?
Wait, Mantike?
Isn't that one water flying? Or Wailord?
It is. Kitty's favorite water flying Pokemon is not Pelipper. Kitty hates Pelipper. Name a water dark Pokemon. Gen 3?
Kubfu. No, not Kubfu. What's his name? What's his face? Urshifu.
I don't believe you. I'm still gonna go for Sharpedo.
Oh, wait, is Urshifu water? No, it's fighting dark.
Yeah. Speaking of water fighting, maybe actually.
We had the fighting water or fighting dark. I just combined the two.
Name a fighting water Pokemon.
Urshifu. Yeah. And then Rapid Strike.
Rapid Strike. Nomia, a Sinnoh flying Pokemon, Gen 4. It's you!
I have no idea.
Actually, it's not you. No. Flame Talon is actually France. Actually, never mind.
That's France, bitch.
A dark Pokemon from Sinnoh. Oh, this is gonna take a hot minute.
I literally don't know Sinnoh at all.
Oh.
I gotta be real. I don't know Sinnoh at all.
What is the name of the tomb? Spiritomb. There we go. That gets us there.
Spiritomb? Is that dark?
And a fighting one. That's Hawlucha, baby.
It's Kalos!
Damn it! I got again. France?
Hawlucha's Kalos!
France will never let me get away with this.
You just sent it before you even asked for clarification, I swear to God.
You said you didn't play Gen 4! You said you didn't play Gen 4!
Yeah,
You
but
wouldn't know.
But you said one that was not Gen 4.
All right, Nomia.
Yes,
no,
the
Nomia.
breast. I'm
no,
sorry.
Nomia.
Wait, no,
What game
go
is this,
back.
Nomia?
That's Persona. That's Persona Q.
Good. Well played.
Yeah, that's Shadow.
You want to guess the boobs, huh? You want to guess the boobs. You want to guess the boobs,
Let me guess the boobs. It's breast cancer awareness.
All right, who's
that's
this,
Samus.
Nomia Victory?
That's Samus.
You did it. You did it.
Yeah. Was that it? You don't get more boobs.
You want more boobs?
I want more boobs.
Okay. Who's this?
Dude.
Who's this?
Who is that?
That's Shulk from Xenoblade, you bozo. It's
That's
not Shulk.
No, it's not Shulk. Wrong franchise and saga. Whomst is that?
Is this
Dante?
Nero? Is this Nero from Devil May Cry? Is it
No,
Dante
it's
from Devil
not.
May Cry?
No, it's not Devil May Cry.
Oh, it was
not Devil May
it
Cry.
was Lady from Cyberpunk.
It's Lady.
Oh,
Lady.
they let you just guess it at the end. Okay, it was Panam.
Yep.
All right, Nomia, we gotta do the real challenges. Okay, you have 8 minutes before your stream
Okay.
starts. We did this already.
Yes, that is true.
Nomia, can you guess this game by looking at the artwork? Oh, here we go.
That's some Kendra shit, and it looks like Sonic's in the bottom corner.
Oh yeah, it does, dude, like mini pixel Sonic. Holy crap! Let's go with
That is
Friday
Sonic,
the
dude.
13th. Oh, a
No, it's
Sunsoft
not.
game. Oh, this is Batman. This is Batman.
Oh, it's one of the Batmans with Sonic. Sonic is also there.
It's Batman the video
Batman the
game.
Video game?
Dude, zoom in. You can see. Wait, hold up.
Oh my god, you can't see.
Dude,
He's little.
dude. I would recognize this man anywhere. Okay.
He's little, dude.
Bartman, eat my shorts. Nomia, I have a character for you, Nomia. Tell me where this character's from.
That's fucking Amy from Sonic.
You know what? Who's the real doofus? You guessed it in one without even... You recognize those
She literally
socks
has
that
the
fold?
boots. She has the boots with her rubber hose.
She's got
feet.
the boots with the
rubber hose
dirt.
legs.
Alright, Nomia. A game with crabs, shells, and harpoons, Nomia.
Is that another Crab's Treasure?
That's exactly what I thought, and that's exactly what it is. Congratulations,
Oh,
Nomia.
hell yeah.
Alright, last one, Nomia. You have 7 minutes. Guess the game by guessing the game, Nomia. Name a game.
Rats Forever Diamonds.
It's a horrible
Is it
guess.
here? Yes.
What if
That's
you
a
had
good
taken
guess.
it off?
Look, it's third person.
Okay.
Oh, and it's on PC or PS2 or GameCube. Look, I helped.
Yeah, what a range. Nomia, it's a game after 2006. It's third person. Go.
Oh god. Any game after 2006 in third person.
Yeah, name a game. Name a game.
Another
Name a video game.
Crab's Treasure.
Nomia's memory is approximately like 3 minutes long.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, it's single player before 2084. It's
By the way, I love
not
that
Unity.
the genre. Oh, never mind. Hiding adventure. Never mind. There you go.
Oh yes.
I thought hiding was one of the things you did in Bratz Forever Diamonds.
Yeah.
It's a single player third person game.
It's PC as well.
Okay.
It's a PC game. Third person PC game, single player. Third person. Maxi, help.
Action role playing.
Maxi.
I'm thinking of a third person. Let's do Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning.
What the fuck is that?
It's a game your dad would have liked. Okay, it's before Nomia. Perfect, Nomia. It's you.
Okay.
You were perfect.
Oh
It's between 2007 and 2011. Clearly, you were you were born in this time.
That's when I was born, dude. Oh god.
So it's not role playing. It's an
Or
indie platformer, third person indie platformer with fantasy elements.
Wonder World. No, it's got action. It's what's the sword? What's the sword?
The sword is action, so it's essentially. Oh, you know, actually, just hide it. It means nothing. Oh, ooh, it's not fantasy.
It's not fantasy.
Wait, third person. Little Nightmares would be side scrolling actually.
I have 5 minutes to
Uh,
get this.
Now,
Little
Nomiya,
nightmares?
if you need to jump
That's
out,
side-
you can jump out, by the way. That is side view, okay.
No, I'm gonna start my stream while I'm still here.
Just start naming games, Nomiya Victory.
I don't know any games. I've never played a game before.
Third-person indie game from 2007. Do I even know video games?
I've never played a video game.
I guess maybe it's not. Maybe it's just No, it's not platform. It's indie. It's an indie game. A third-person indie game.
Third person.
Did they even make third-person back then?
Spore.
That is not an indie game, but we gotta narrow it down. Okay, we're getting there. Give me that. Wait, open world science fiction comedy. Give me one of the clues, brother. Telltale. Nomiya Victory.
Telltale! Oh, Telltale! Shit. Walking Dead. There's Walking Dead. There's the
It's probably
furry
the
one. There's
This
the.
is season 1 of The Walking Dead. I think I played this on the
Season one?
on the channel. It is wrong franchise.
Wrong guys. There's the noir one. There's the Bad Wolf. Bad Wolf. No, what's
I
it
guess
called?
it's Fables.
Wolf.
No,
Fables Wolf
Oh,
thingy. What's it called? The
yeah.
wolf one.
the wolf one. The Wolf
The
Among
one
Us.
with.
It
The
really
Wolf
was
Among
called The
Us.
Wolf Among Us.
I don't know. That's what it was called.
Okay, it's not.
Oh,
What
fuck.
other game did they do?
What else did they do?
You think it's Sam and Max? No, shut the fuck up.
Telltale didn't do Sam and Max.
No, they actually did. They did.
They did?
The only issue that there's a bunch of Sam and Max games.
Save the World original.
No. That game's from like fucking 1990 something. The Devil's Playhouse.
I had a. I played.
The Devil's Playhouse.
I
Yeah,
actually
look-
do
look-
have a bunch of Sam and Max games.
Look at this Nomi ass coded character, by the way.
I actually do have a bunch of Sam and Max games in my Steam library because I think my dad gave them to me.
All right, fellas, and that's it. That's it, fellas. Nomiya, you're streaming today. What are you streaming again?
I'm streaming Homicipher. It's an Otome horror game, and it's also puzzles, and I gotta go in 2 minutes.
All right, Nomi, thank you for joining me today.
minutes.
Please, everybody, go watch Nomiya's
Yes.
stream. Nomiya's stream is very, very fun, and they're playing a silly game. Go check them out. Thank you for joining me, Nomiya. Let's get the.
Yes.
Chippy will not let me live it down. Yes, I spelled the name incorrectly. You're correct. Thank you for joining me. I will be back
the way-
on Saturday and Sunday. Please check my stream schedule. Nomiya?
Yes. By the way, YouTube has a rating mechanic now. If you have that, if you can do that, I kind of want to see if it works because I don't know if it works because no one ever streams immediately after me. So if you know how, if you can figure it out, that's just a side quest for you. if you can figure it out.
Yep. I will get you 10 bare asses. I promise. I'll complete the side quest.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining me, and let's get out of here,
Yes.
Nomiya. But
Thank you for having me. Bye.
see you all. Bye.
What?